Oh, hi there, friend. Welcome to another episode of Steve's Hat Picks, where we look at the best from around the NHL over the past week. This is a slick week, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, it's Hat Picks. It's the best of the best. Every week, it's the best plays. But this week, I kept going and going down the list, and I'm like, these are great! I mean, the videos are always great, but this week, just watch. And this week, you helped compile the list more than I've ever seen before. Lots of suggestions, and this one, I think, was number one. Jonathan Huberdeau, ridiculous.
Florida's own Svechnikov with a tight turn, loses the puck. Hornquist has it, gets it to Huberto. Huberto, backhand, across the ice, and they score. What a pretty play by the Florida Panthers.
Swagger in this game. The beautiful goal as Shea gets caught up the ice, tries to recover, can't get back in time. And what a hockey sense turn. Allow Wenberg to get to the far post pass by Huberto. Shea got cut up the ice and then he stopped skating. And Huberto.
Sheesh, that's where we're starting? Okay. It's difficult knowing exactly what's going on with every NHL team. Obviously, with the divisions, there's lots of isolation, and some players stay hidden gems a little bit. Jonathan Huberdeau is almost always a hidden gem, one of the most criminally underrated players in the entire NHL. This year, it's the Florida Panthers as a whole. They're one of the best teams in the league right now, and Jonathan Huberdeau is a big reason for that. That's a hat pick. Now that was a great play from Huberto to spin and set up the goal. On this one, Pavel Zacha spin passes and finishes.
On an odd man rush. Butcher back to Zacha, he pirouettes, gives to Janssen, across to Zacha, he scores! Pavel Zacha with a masterwork shift.
Hey, yeah, there's breakdowns that eventually lead to this goal, but how about possession to start? Don't turn the puck over unnecessarily, and now you're trying to defend, and you're really not in any rhythm. You were kind of standing still in the neutral zone because of the turnover, and Jersey makes a nice play.
Yeah, I told you it's a good week. Pavel Zacha, absolutely ridiculous, receiving the pass first from Will Butcher, and this could easily get picked off and result in the 2-on-1 going the other way. Instead, he cradles the puck like he's holding an adorable puppy, hands it off to Andreas Janssen, and in the ensuing confusion just goes, I'm gonna go to a wide open spot, thanks. Oh, if there was ever a candidate to have an assist on your own goal, this is it. Pavel Zacha, that is a hat pick. Wow. While Zacha doesn't pick up the assist there, Connor McDavid does. Watch this for a milestone.
Goes high up glass, and it's soccered by McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. Then McDavid ahead, Puljujärvi breaks in, scores! Whistled over the shoulder of Connor Hellebuyck, and Edmonton strikes first. Puljujärvi's fourth, and it's 1-0. Give McDavid an assist, and point number 500 comes in game 3-6-9, matching the great Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, pretty incredible. You just kind of had a feeling tonight with history on the line, and it comes from the defensive zone, and there's the tap back right there by McDavid. He takes it back, feeds it perfectly through to Puljujärvi, and he wastes no time. So this line put together this year, they had played together a couple of years ago at times. They've really taken off this year, and something that McDavid talked about, the chances they've created.
Man, the Oilers, when they click, it's amazing. Now, this is a pretty nice goal. It doesn't quite live up to the first two, but it's nice. Jesse Puljujärvi taking the slick Connor McDavid feed, and it's funny, I've seen some criticism that, oh, McDavid's just fast. Yeah, no, seriously, I've actually seen people say that. Cool, well, here's a ridiculous pass where he's basically standing still. But what's particularly cool about this assist, and you can tell from Puljujärvi's reaction, it's a milestone. McDavid's 500th point. And if you're saying to yourself 500 already, well, you're right. McDavid is the 8th fastest player to ever hit 500 points, tying Sidney Crosby in the exact same amount of games. How is that even possible? It only took him 369 games. Now, you might be asking yourself, who are the 7 who beat that? What you'll notice is they're all legends of the game, but these are all guys who played in the much higher scoring 1980s and early half of the 1990s. The fact that McDavid and Crosby were able to do it in this era is ridiculous. So that pass was slick enough, but this milestone, That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, I want to give a little love to a player who's had a real tough season. He's still been raking in the points, but there's been criticism of his defensive play, and his team is not doing great in the standings. I'm talking about Quinn Hughes. For both Quinn Hughes and the Vancouver Canucks, this season's been a bit of a battle, but offensively, you will put respect on his name. And here's Calgary just not giving him the respect he deserves.
And the Canucks continue to get chances, up to 26 shots now, back to 5-on-5. Turnover, Hughes shoots, scores! With the pressure on the forecheck again by the Canucks, turn this puck over, and here, up for grabs, and just a little fan right there by Monahan to make the pass out of the zone. And Quinn Hughes with the look away like he's going to pass it, goes back against the grain on his old goaltender Markstrom. Watch this, looks over like I'm going to pass, no, I'm just going to bar in it. What a shot by Hughes. A little fake, gets Valimaki to move that stick over and try and take that pass away.
Whoop! Now first that starts off, and Quinn Hughes' reaction is hilarious. Johnny Gaudreau, way too casual backing out of that zone. Hughes even hesitates as if to be like, is he serious? He busts in with the puck, odd man rush, I'm gonna pass it. Oh, he doesn't pass it. Snipe, ping, off the bar. It's a beautiful thing, and that's a beautiful goal. That's a hat pick. Quinn Hughes, my goodness. Man, he might be struggling going the other way, but when you have a player who can do something like that, you figure it out around him. All right, goalies are getting beaten up in these hat picks videos. Let's highlight a couple wonderful ones. And actually, let's highlight a couple goalies who, I don't know if they've been in hat picks. They're on teams that aren't doing so hot, but these saves are ridiculous. Let's start with Linus Ullmark of the Buffalo Sabres.
Panik had a couple of helpers. Nice passing. Sherry, incredible save by Linus Ullmark.
Oh my God, that's going to be a highlight reel tonight for sure. What a stop. Just throws his body across. It looked like he got his hockey stick in the paddle of it.
Shades of 1980s goaltending right there. The old school two-pad slide and a fabulous stop from Linus Ullmark.
What decade is that save from Linus? Now the Sabres are having a tough season, and one way to make it even worse is to allow an odd man rush from the Washington Capitals. Connor Sheary in the I'm gonna finish this up spot, and wow! Linus Ullmark, desperation save, but with desperation saves, there seems to be an element of luck. You'd never know from the way Ullmark saves this. He seems to track it all the way, if not with his eyes, then with his blocker. Unbelievable save. Linus Ullmark, take a bow. That's a hat pick. And we go from Linus Ullmark of the Buffalo Sabres to Jonathan Bernier of the Detroit Red Wings. Really.
The reach of Arvidsson. Forsberg tried to work it behind the net. Josi spins it around. Duchesne, a backhander! No goal. What a save. Bernier has it somehow.
Look at this. This is what we're talking. Get the puck to the net. You got traffic. Bernier sprawled out. Duchesne actually gets it up in the air. Could have slid it right along the ice, but he has Bernier beat clean, but he doesn't give up on it. Oh, and then right in the glove, Bernier.
Come on. Now, the Red Wings have struggled this season, but you know that, and you probably expected that. Now, heading into this season, if you would ask Detroit Red Wings fans if they would like to be neck and neck with the Nashville Predators at this point in the season, they'd probably say, hey, that's pretty good. No, Nashville's just terrible this season. And here's Jonathan Bernier trying to keep them staying terrible. Less than 3 seconds to go on the clock. Jonathan Bernier, desperation save, robs Matt Duchesne. Matt Duchesne getting robbed by a goalie is producer Drew's Christmas, by the way. So Merry Christmas to Drew. I always allow my friends to open gifts 10 months early. You can usually tell how good a save was from the person who was stop's reaction. Duchesne looks like he's asking Bernier, is that a hat pick? And Bernier goes, you know, I think it was. And Jonathan Bernier, you are correct. That's a hat pick. Now, I'm sorry, Jonathan, but the goalies are about to get beat up again. Bernier and the Red Wings look good on that last hat pick, but on this one with Philipp Kurashev of the Chicago Blackhawks, here he is slicing through the Red Wings like butter.
The gold medalist Duncan Keith back for Chicago. Kurashev to gain the zone all the way through and in, and he scores! Oh! Highlight goal, Philipp Kurashev, his 5th on the year.
Going on in the power play, so you know what? Kurashev takes everything into his own hands. Quick little move, goes right around Troy Stetcher, beats John Merrill, and then watch the sweet mitts here to put the puck on the forehand and then go right between the legs as Bernier lifts up his stick. Watch this move. Backhand, forehand, and watch the stick move on the goaltender right there, right under the pad. And
who the heck? Philipp Kurashev, you're welcome. 4th round pick of the Chicago Blackhawks from 2018, but more importantly for you, he's got 5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points in 18 games. That means he's a half a point a game player. Pick him up. But after a player scores a goal like that, they're probably not going to be available in fantasy for long. Well, anyone could score a nice goal if the defense is just standing there doing nothing. Yeah, it could be that, or it could be that Kurashev just made them look like they were standing still. For the rookie, one of several impressive ones on the Blackhawks so far this season, that is a hat pick and a half. And for hat picks, we actually stay with the Blackhawks. Check out Alex DeBrincat in overtime against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
A nice strip by Nick Foligno, but his pass awry. And back comes DeBrincat to Kane. DeBrincat to the net. There's the pass. Bouncing puck. He's gone! A give and go! Kane and the Cat combine again for an OT. GWG!
To DeBrincat, but watch what DeBrincat does. He bats it once, he bats it again about 1.5 feet off the ice, and that's how he beats Korpisalo. And just a great goal in overtime. Kane never quit. He turned it over, but he never quit. And DeBrincat, who has been red hot these last 6 games, gets the game winner in overtime.
Those are some nasty hands right there, and the Cat scores his 8th of the year.
Okay, this requires some explanation. So everybody, I created a monster. You see, many moons ago, in the far-off year of, I think it was June 2020, we had an NHL 20 tournament on Sportsnet. I had the opportunity to play NHL 20 against Alex DeBrincat in the first round. He was the Blackhawks, I was the Leafs. He scored on the first 2 shots, I think. It was 2-0. He ended up out shooting me something like 31-14. And the end score was 6-5 in the shootout for me. And now I'm sorry to everyone who's got to play in the same division as him, because he has been on a warpath. 9 goals, 9 assists for 18 points in just 15 games. He's not a kid anymore. He's not a rookie. There's a reason he's wearing an A on his sweater right now, and he is currently 2nd in scoring on the Blackhawks, who, by the way, are one of the best teams in their division. And it's one thing to find a way to win and just grind out games. It's another to do Cirque du Soleil, batting it out of the air trick shots in overtime of an actual National Hockey League game. Alex DeBrincat, my silly goodness, that's a hat pick. And speaking of goals that were batted out of the air, that was like a couple little tippy taps. This one is a full-on golf swing.
Lays it back for Del Zotto. Del Zotto looking for a shot, doesn't have it. Bjorkstrand has one, and that hit Reimer in the face, and the rebound, he couldn't see it, and the Blue Jackets corral it and score on the power play. Kevin Stenlund buries it as Reimer was stung by the shot.
This hit the net front, Boone Jenner. So it goes way up in the air, and I believe the puck finds its way all the way down to the ice, but not sure. Look at Stenlund, track it. No, he bats this thing, at least that looked.
Come on. Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm sure nothing silly will happen. Columbus takes a shot. James Reimer with the save. The puck bounces way up in the air, and Stenlund tracks it. Literally tracks it the whole way, waits for it to drop below his shoulders, and just whack! He should have done the bat flip, deep left field, no doubt about it! Not just that he tracked it the entire way, not just that he had the patience to wait for it to drop below his shoulders, but the accuracy of the batted shot. That's absurd. By the way, speaking of fantasy sleepers, Kevin Stenlund, 6 points in 7 games. Listen, maybe I shouldn't be giving you fantasy advice. I'm just the guy who points you in the direction of cool things. And on this play, Kevin Stenlund. That's a hat pick. So, that is it for this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks. What do you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. It was a very difficult week, a very high standard. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Kevin Stenlund, I'm just nearly a point a game player.